Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Spacecraft 2. Beneath us you'll see some of the work I've been doing. Let's go ahead and go down the stairs that I've just now made, and look at this. I've got some huge progress on the bunker area. Now if we go down this way, out this way, and then back up this way. I actually need to make a pathway to this place. I need to do that. It's something I need to do, because that'd make it very quick to get over to here. However, we're pretty close to making some of the things we need, which we have 20 fuel rods right now, which is a very good number. So we're going to take care of these. I also got all the iron and copper plates we will need. I think we may be short a few, however, this should do. This should be enough for now to get us started with designing this. So we can make about 20 fuel rods, it looks like, which I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. So we now have 6 quad fuel rods, which is a very good number. I'm thinking we may not use more than 6, but we may use more than 6. And of course, we will be using IC2 reactor planner today, I've decided. So let me get that started up. So here we are at the planner now. This is all the components you can get. We have regular fuel rods. We have quad fuel rods, and I'm thinking we're going to use some of these. And I want to experiment with having 2 fuel rods next to each other. That's a good idea, I feel like. So now if we go ahead and I think if we just click simulate, they'll tell us what happens. So at 32 seconds it explodes, which is not what we want. So let's go ahead and try some different components, and then let's hit simulate again. And now as you can see here, this is very interesting because look at this. They've broken and exploded at 39 seconds now, which is good. It's good news. Technically, we could just vent the core heat, which could work. If you vent all of the core heat, that could in fact work. I don't know what we're going to do, because there's a lot of possibilities here, and I'm going to just take a bit of time to experiment and see what I can do. Alright, so a bit of a progress update. I've managed to squeeze 212 seconds out of this design here, getting a good output of around 960 EU per tick. That's incredible right there, but the problem is it explodes after 212 seconds, which is roughly, if I have to do the math, because 240 seconds is about 4 minutes. That's a little less than 4 minutes. It's probably about 3 minutes. It's 3 minutes 40 seconds. So yeah, that's not good. And I'm working on a fix for it by just simulating what happens and then just slapping in components, and it seems to have improved it quite a bit. For example, let's go ahead and simulate this, and I just threw in a diamond vent over here. Simulate it, and 208 seconds. So we need to find what broke this time and put another piece in there, for example, right there. 207 seconds. We just made it even worse. 210 seconds. If we go back to this one, it should be 212 seconds again. So theoretically, we can squeeze out even more time just by switching which components break. And eventually, we should be able to handle the massive amount of... How much temperature does this produce? It produces like 1,240 heat. Alright, I squeezed 214 seconds. Actually, I wonder if we just switch all these out for these overclocked units. That could be... No, it's not better. It's not better at all. Alright, another test, and this time I got it up to 228 seconds using a change from core heat vents to regular advanced heat vents. And now let's go ahead and simulate it again. 232 seconds there. And now I have managed to get it down to around 225 seconds. I had it up at 232. However, good news is, only part that's breaking now is these heat exchangers. That's a problem. I need to find a way to deal with the heat in the heat exchangers, so that way they don't cause things that are bad to happen. That's 210 seconds. That's not as good. So we need to just fix this, and maybe switch those out, which causes these guys to explode for some reason. Switch that guy out. Okay, that's not ideal, but we're still doing fine. I wonder if, because now we're not using any of those core heat vents, we could probably just squeeze more of those into there, which would be ideal. 241 seconds, good. Now basically, because these guys are on the edge, they basically are useless if we use component heat vents, so let's try changing these out to core heat vents and see what happens. I don't think this will go very well for them. 191 seconds, that's bad. We'll just switch them back to the advanced, and I think we'll be good for now to do some testing. So this would put us in a danger rating of roughly... I'm pretty sure it can tell us the danger rating. If we go down into... where would it be? Right. Oh, is it comparison? Ah, okay. So that's for comparing things. So we can run it for about 108 seconds, which gives us an extra a few minutes of time to let it run if in an emergency for some reason. But 108 is okay. It's just under 2 minutes. Yeah. So we can run it for about a minute is what I'm gonna say. Is the good threshold. So in an ideal world, we wouldn't actually have to, oh, hold on. We wouldn't actually have to pulse the reactor like we're gonna have to in an ideal world. That's not what we would have happening. We would just have the reactor running as normal. Unfortunately, it would seem that I have not found a design that works for that. Of course, I did just have an idea that might work. So if we reduce the number of fuel rods we use, not only are we saving fuel, but we could potentially increase the amount of energy by using neutron reflectors, decreasing heat and things. I think that's definitely the way to go. So I'm gonna try a different design. So this design uses 4. Hold on, let me just switch the tab. Okay, this design uses 4 fuel rods. Produces 960 EU per tick. That's because each of these guys is getting 2 neutron reflectors on its side. Amazing. Right. Because the design is asymmetric, it's going to make it a bit difficult to actually vent. However, we're going to do a bit of core venting and things like that, which I think is ideal. Now, I've learned that we should use this kind of design, because just like over here, we're getting double the amount of ventilation for these side pieces here. Unfortunately, it would seem that, this one's way worse. It's going to... I mean, the heat's less, I think the heat's... how much heat does it actually produce? I need to check that, because the heat actually may be a bit more. Component heating. What do I need to do to get this to work? How much heat should I try to get rid of? So technically, using neutron reflectors doubles the heat, obviously, and I didn't realize that. So we're not dealing with 96 heat. We're dealing with about 240 for all 4 rods, which is better than what we had before, which was several rods that were running 240. Yeah, we need to figure this out. We need to make it so like we have less rods generating more heat. Well, we're gonna have to work on the design a bit, but I think since you all have endured that, I think we can go ahead and do something a bit exciting. Let's go ahead and grab a few of... What am I looking for? Yeah, let's go with... Do we have any neutron reflectors? Where are my neutron reflectors when I need them? You know what? I think I know where the neutron reflectors are. Don't worry. We're going to do something exciting today, though. So since you've endured me going on about components and things that are quite boring, I will reward you all with something interesting. And it's going to be... Let's go out in a direction that is close to the base, so that way we can have something to look at, something nice to look at. Every time we leave the base, we can remember this whole project is worth this. You know, I just can't find a good spot for this. I think we'll go out this direction, because there's too much water everywhere else. This is suitable. I definitely like this. Okay, here we go. 3. Okay, just put some on the bottom. I think it's ready to go. Let's go ahead and hook in the stuff we need for this, which is going to be... Oh, I only have... okay, I'm sure it'll be fine. We can just duplicate more. Let's duplicate more, okay? Yeah, we'll go 4. That seems fun. Use some of those neutron reflectors to make it all heat nicely. This is gonna be a big oven. This ain't a this is not a nuclear reactor. This is just an oven, okay? Okay, let's get those extra ones. Let's not be wasteful here. Let's go ahead and this is scary. This is scary right here. You know, if I die, I lose basically all the stuff I have. This might not be ideal, but Can we even outrun this? I don't know. Okay. 3, 2, we need to be running. We need to be running when we hit the switch. Here it goes. Oh, I may have forgot a piece. Oh, there it goes. And that wasn't too bad. Is our base fine? Yeah, everything's fine. Oh, it looks like if it explodes, it leaves all the stuff that isn't blocks fine. So, anyway, if you all have enjoyed today's episode, please consider liking and subscribing. If you guys have any comments, questions, or suggestions, leave them down below. I'll see you all next time, and hopefully we can get this reactor planned out much better.